This is Mike Miller. I am your software guide. In today's video, we are taking a look at Midjourney AI, which is a generative artificial intelligence program. So it's a service and it creates images from a natural language description, and we call those a prompt. And you give Midjourney a prompt asking it to create an image for you. And you can see here that we have some that have already been created within Midjourney. You might also notice, if you're familiar with Discord, that Midjourney uses the Discord servers as its user interface. So you can see we have some cool horses here, some images of old vehicles, ancient Indian. So it's similar to OpenAI's DALL-E and Imagine, but it's still under development and it still has a smaller user base. Some things that you can do with Midjourney are create realistic images of people, as you can see, animals, objects, scenes. You can generate abstract paintings and illustrations. You can design logos, characters, other creative assets. You can really explore your imagination and just dive in and see what you can create. So in today's video, I just want to look at a quick start process for Midjourney AI. As I mentioned before, Midjourney AI uses Discord servers for the user interface. So you can Google Discord and go to the Discord's website here. And this is the first step. You need to create an account with Discord. So in order to access the Midjourney bot, you go through Discord and you do this in the web browser. You can also use the mobile app or the desktop app. Then you want to make sure you verify your Discord account before you actually join a Midjourney Discord server. So after you create your account with Discord, you will get a verification email. You have to verify that, and then you'll have access to the Midjourney servers, and you will have a link within your emails as well. So then after you have verified your account with Discord, you can subscribe to a Midjourney plan. So you can go to midjourney.com/account. And let me go ahead and type that in right here. Verify that I'm human, which is ironic. And you can see here that I have an existing subscription. You can see it's active. You can see some of my plan details here. I just went with the standard plan. And just to show you a few of those plans, and they have actually 4 subscription plans. And you can see they have a basic plan, a standard, a pro plan, and a mega plan. So you can go in and look at the different subscription plans to see what works for you. I started out with the standard plan, and it allows me to have enough images to experiment and also use for all of my projects. Now, if I go back to Discord here, we can see a list of the servers and announcements and the entire server for Midjourney. If I go back here, this is what you will see when you log into Discord most likely. Now you might get a link that will take you straight to a Midjourney server. However, in the case that you are just seeing a blank interface here in Discord for the first time, they should have sent you a link to the Midjourney Discord servers. But if you didn't get that, then I can show you that link right here. I will go back to account and paste this in. And you can see it is http://discord.gg/Midjourney. This will take you straight to the server for Midjourney. You can select accept invite, and then you can open Discord. I will just continue to Discord. Discord will usually give you a little tip at the beginning when it's loading. You can see the Midjourney icon here, the sailboat with a rainbow on it, and you will see some highlights of things that people have created. And most importantly, on the left-hand side, you can look and check out all these different areas within the server. But if you want to get straight in and start creating, go to the newcomer rooms and you can select either one of these. I will select newbies 5. And you will see that people have been creating all day long, gazillions of images. Usually down here at the bottom, you will see something that says go to latest or jump to the latest, and that will take you to the bottom of this list here. Then from here, you can use the plus button to upload an image, or you can start by creating your own image here. And the way that you create your own image, now that you're in the newbie channel here, and that's what these are called, as channels over here. I don't know if I said that before, but now that you're in the newbie channel, this is where you can create. And the way that you create an image is by using the /, and that will give you a list of options to choose from. But you want imagine. That is the key word here. You need this to be able to enter a prompt to create an image. So I will type in imagine, or you can do part of the word, and then when you see the prompt is here, if you select enter, it will input the /imagine keyword there. And then now you can see we have an actual prompt text field here. And then now we can add whatever we want here. I will select enter. We can see that it's waiting to start. Also, the difference, if you forget that /imagine, you will only see your text here and you won't see your handle or a waiting to start. You can also see that my input prompt, you can see how it's changed colors where it's almost a brown yellow here. So if you don't see those 3 indicators, it's a good chance that you did not include that /imagine, which it tells you what was used here. And that's what actually engages Midjourney to start creating for you. Here you can see that the percentage is increasing and you will see the image sort of evolve right in front of you. Once your image is created, you will also notice that the whole text string here within the channel sort of jumps around because more people are creating images. But here is our final product. So you can see that it's created 4 or generated 4 images for us. And hey, that's actually a pretty cool looking Model T. You can also see it included our neon lights as well. Now, sometimes it can be a little finicky with wording. So if you don't see something that you included in your prompt, there are different ways to word all your prompts to get what you want out of it. And we will discuss that in a little bit. Also underneath your image, you will also see that you have a U1 through 4 and a V1 through 4. All the U1 through 4 means is a upscaled version. So as soon as you select that, Midjourney will actually create a single image of one of these images, and the ordering number is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that coordinates with these numbers down here. And then V1, V2, V3, V4, this is going to give you a different version or variation of that particular image. So let's say that you like or don't like a specific image. Let's go with number 3 here. Then we can go ahead and select a variation on number 3. You can see it will change colors to blue or purple here. And then when I scroll down, I should see another set of 4 images that has a variation based off of that number 3 version. And you will see that sometimes your list of images can get kind of long, and you can see it's thinking here. And now it's generating this based off of our variation selection. You can see that it's using the fast mode to generate this image. And once again, it's completed, so you can see that the text string has jumped around a bit. So now you have to kind of go look for it. And here's the latest. Also, we have this rerun or re-roll a job icon here. You might know it as a refresh icon, but this will rerun or re-roll a job. And so this would actually rerun the original prompt, and it'll produce a new grid of images for you. Now, let's say you want to save your image. So you can select this image, and now it's our single image isolated, and I can right click and then save my image as and download it. Before I move forward any further on showing you how to enhance these images, I actually want to show you how to upload an original image or an image to start your prompt with to customize. So we have this specific image here. I will select that image, right click, save the image to my desktop. You can see I've saved it to my desktop. Now I will come down to the text field area to input a prompt, and you can see this little plus icon. Select that and upload a file. And on my desktop, I will select the image and open that. And then I will go ahead and select enter. And by doing this, I have submitted an image to the Midjourney server. You can see here, like I mentioned earlier, you can jump to present, select that. And we can see our image. You might even have to scroll up to find yours a bit. Now, if I select my image, if I select this and right click on it, I can copy the image address. You're going to use this as a reference to your image to customize your image. Now I will enter the imagine prompt, select enter, and then in order to reference an image that you've placed on the server, you start with that image URL first. So I copied that image URL. Now I'm going to paste that image URL. And now I will separate my actual prompt from the image URL by including a comma here. And then I can say black and white and then hit enter. We can see we did in fact use the imagine prompt to generate an image. You can see it up here at the top of our text input. And then you can also see once again that we have our handle here, and you can see that it's already started and it's giving us a percentage of feedback here, and the image is evolving. That is pretty bizarre. I don't know where I got the idea for a head, but that's what it added. So you can see that without those parameters or additional parameters for your images, you can see that it can produce some really wild stuff for you. Also, you may want to enhance, you may want to modify your images a bit. So you can make changes on the fly to your images. So if we scroll back up here to our original image, we could upscale one of these. So let's upscale, or rather single out one of these images. So let's say I want to single out number 4. Now what's going to happen is you will see that you have a new list of tools to enhance or modify your image. So now let's scroll back down, and now we have our isolated image, and you can see here that we have several different options than those that existed on the grid of images that was originally produced. We can start off with very strong, and this will create a stronger or subtle variation of your selected image, and then it will generate a new grid of 4 options. So if I select this, now when I scroll down, you can see that Midjourney is in fact creating or generating a new image for us. And while we are waiting for that, I will actually scroll back up to our image. And then we can also look at these other options. Very subtle is another option that you have here as well. And then I can go ahead and select this, and we can see the difference between both of these options in the output. So first we should see our strong variation based off that image. And then we can see the difference between a subtle version or a subtle variation of that same image. And you can see it's still generating, but let me scroll back down. So you can see that we have some variations there. Now this can actually really help depending on how fine-tuned you want an image for your project. Also, let's go back to our original image. You can see we have vary and region is another option, and I want to encourage you to dig into the documentation so that you can learn more, which I also have that pulled up here at docs.midjourney.com. And then you can select the Quickstart guide, and you will notice in here that there's a user guide. So in this user guide, you can actually go through and select anything from the variations and learn about the various commands as an example, or parameters that are within the commands. So we created that input prompt, and here you can add extra parameter lists. You can see it has the prompt for Imagine to generate, and then they've included a prompt, and then now you can see these parameters following here. Usually parameters are separated by commas, was my understanding, or just additional phrases that you want to add in there can be separated by commas. And then you can see there's all these different parameters: stylizing, turbo, weird So I'm sure that that will be very weird when it comes out. Aspect ratios, all sorts of stuff that you can add here and customize. So definitely feel free to jump in there and dig around in the user guide here. Back on Discord, now I want you to see the difference in these little pan buttons that allow you to expand the canvas of an image, and it gives you the ability to select a specific direction here. So if I select to the left and then to the right, you can see it's got its order. We'll scroll down to see what the latest is. You can see it's generating a new image. The first was to the left, so we've added or expanded the canvas to the left in this job. You can see it's still creating it. And then in this one, we should see space on the right where it's expanded, canvas on the right. Yep. These are great if you maybe are working on some ads or marketing and you want to fill the space with some text or a product. These aren't done generating, but you get the idea here. I would want to scroll back up here. And then you can see you can favorite your own images here, and it keeps them in the Midjourney website. You will find all your creations that you've saved on your Midjourney profile. And that's also known as your gallery, which you can go to right here. So if you select web gallery, you're leaving the Discord, going to Midjourney, trust it, yes, visit site. You can see we're in Midjourney, and then we can see the image that we just made in our gallery. Can zoom in on it, really get an idea for just how fantastic the image is that's generated from Midjourney. Minimize, and then you can select the hamburger menu to go to your home, and then you can see all the other jobs. You can see I have a total of 216 jobs. Really popular. And then you can scroll down through all your work that you've created in the past. So thanks for joining me. This was a brief light introduction to Midjourney, and I hope that you have a lot of fun generating some of your own custom images. And before we go, I just want to make sure that I showed you how to go ahead and save your images. You're going to select your image, right click, and then save your image as. And then also if you're on mobile, then you would long tap the image and then tap the download icon in the top right corner. So once again, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like and subscribe. Hope to see some awesome creations from you on Midjourney. Take care, guys.